All right, welcome to today's explainer. So today we're tackling a topic that honestly spikes pretty much everyone's blood pressure, moving. But we're actually going to look at a surprisingly simple trick to just suck the anxiety right out of the whole process. And that is exactly how to label your boxes properly.
Okay, picture this. It's 10 o'clock p.m. on moving day. The truck's empty, the movers are long gone, and you are literally exhausted to your bones. You walk into your new kitchen, and your brain is just screaming one single question: where is the coffee maker for tomorrow morning? Or, where is my toothbrush? We have all been there, right? That frantic, desperate first night search for absolute essentials. It's practically a shared trauma for anyone who's ever packed up their life into cardboard. And really, that frantic search is born from the absolute nightmare of staring at an ocean of 50 identical brown boxes on moving day. Once the packing is finally done, you're faced with the massive challenge of unpacking in a totally unfamiliar space. Living out of chaotic, unmarked boxes is exhausting. But here's the secret. Proper labeling isn't just about being neat. It is the ultimate act of self-care. It's a massive favor you're doing for your future self to make sure you can settle in with ease and zero stress.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is the literal roadmap for our explainer today. 1. Escaping the moving box maze. 2. Your essential labeling toolkit. 3. Choosing your labeling system. 4. 6 steps to perfect packing. And finally 5. Pro tips for easy unpacking. Let's get right into it.
Starting off with Section 1, Escaping the Moving Box Maze. We've got to understand exactly why this matters before we even touch a single piece of cardboard.
I absolutely love this quote from our source material. By including key details, you create a roadmap for unpacking. Think about that for a second. You aren't just chucking items into a box, you're literally drawing a map for yourself and for your movers. A really smart, detailed system completely prevents that stressful guessing game when you finally get to your new place. No more tearing open every single box just to find the TV remote.
Because the benefits of doing this right are massive. First off, it saves you so much valuable time and energy. Second, it ensures boxes end up in the right room from the absolute start. Kitchen stuff actually goes to the kitchen. Third, and this is a big one, it prevents your delicate items from getting smashed, because anyone handling the box actually knows what's inside. And finally, it just makes unpacking systematic instead of totally chaotic. Literally, a few extra seconds with a Sharpie today is going to save you hours of pulling your hair out later. All right, moving right along to Section 2, your essential labeling toolkit. Let's gather up our weapons for the job.
So obviously, you're going to need durable packing tape, but check out these specific additions. You'll want color tape so you can assign specific colors to specific rooms, fragile stickers for your breakables, and those star-shaped open first stickers for immediate access. But here is the absolute pro tip: clear packing tape. You actually use this to tape right over your handwritten labels so they don't get all scuffed up or ruined by rain during the move. A total game changer. Now, it's the 21st century, so labeling has totally evolved beyond just markers and tape. You can perfectly complement your physical labels with a digital master inventory. Apps like Sortly are awesome because they let you create visual inventories with photos and QR codes. Moving Organizer is also great for logging box contents, or honestly, you can just use a trusty Google Sheet or Excel file. Just think of these digital tools as your central command center for tracking everything you own right from your phone. Okay, we've got our tools. So it's time for Section 3, choosing our labeling system. Because different moves require entirely different game plans.
Now, what's really interesting here is weighing convenience against security. So, writing the detailed contents directly on the side of the box, super fast, straightforward, and incredibly helpful when you're unpacking. You know exactly what's in there at a glance. But on the flip side, writing expensive laptop and hard drives in big black letters is a massive security risk. Using a coding system where the box just says, like, office number 4, and your private master list holds the real contents is highly secure, which is ideal for your valuables. Honestly, a lot of folks find a mix of both methods works the best.
And hey, another fantastic strategy is color coding. Seriously, this is your secret weapon. Basically, you assign distinct, bright colors of tape or markers to specific rooms, like green for the kitchen, blue for the living room, red for the bedroom. Then, when you get to your new home, you just pop a piece of that corresponding colored tape right on the doorframe of each room. Movers can instantly recognize exactly where a box goes without reading a single word. It dramatically speeds up the unloading and stops that massive, annoying pileup of boxes right in your entryway. All right, theory down. Let's get to executing with Section 4, 6 steps to perfect packing. We're going to treat this like a super efficient assembly line.
Let's watch how this builds into a foolproof 6-step battle plan. Step 1. Group items by room and category. Please do not mix your kitchen pots with your bathroom towels. Step 2. Pack and seal securely, keeping the heavy stuff on the bottom. Step 3. Apply your color codes and write the room names nice and bold. Step 4. Note those essential items. Step 5. Slap on those fragile markers. And Step 6. Record the box numbers in your master inventory. See how each step just beautifully layers on top of the last? Now, I kind of want to slow down for just a second to really emphasize Step 4, the Open First or Essentials box. Look, this is the box that dictates exactly how your first night goes. It holds your toiletries, your meds, a change of clothes, phone chargers, and yes, that coffee maker. Clearly marking these as absolute high priority ensures they get loaded onto the truck last and taken off first, which means you can actually take a hot shower and put on clean clothes after a brutally long day without having to rip open 20 different boxes. And finally, the payoff. Section 5. Pro tips for easy unpacking. You made it to the new place, so let's make the rest easy. So the absolutely crucial point here is this number, 2. When you label your boxes, you have to write the info on the top and on at least 2 adjacent sides. Why? Well, when boxes are all stacked up in the back of a moving truck or shoved into the corner of your new living room, you cannot predict which side is going to be facing out. If you label multiple sides, you can instantly identify what's what without having to awkwardly unstack or spin heavy boxes around. It is such a low-effort trick, but the reward is huge. Okay, before we wrap, we definitely need to talk about what not to do. Please avoid these common pitfalls. Vague labeling, like just writing bedroom, doesn't help you at all when you specifically need your bed sheets at midnight. Next, don't get lazy and randomly switch your system halfway through the pack. Inconsistency just causes chaos. Remember to protect those labels from moisture with that clear tape we talked about earlier. And lastly, never, ever skip the inventory list. It helps you unpack, sure, but if a box magically goes missing during transit, you are absolutely going to need that list for your insurance. Look, by just putting in a little extra effort on the front end to organize, color code, and label clearly, you completely transform the entire moving experience. You're taking the power right back from the chaos. So I'm going to leave you with this to get your gears turning for your next big move. What is the absolute #1 non-negotiable item that is going into your personal Open First box? Start planning that stress-free move right now, and hey, happy packing!